Good morning. It is wonderful to be here in the house of the Lord and to be among His people and to feel His presence and just be able to have the freedom to worship the Lord, because so many countries doesn't have that freedom. We're here this morning to talk a little bit about missions. Wonder why? But we have our assignment, as you know, has been changed. We're now special assignment missionaries to the Latin America and the Caribbean. And in the Latin America, or as it's called, LAMCAR, there is over 127,000 members of the Pentecostal Holiness Church in 1,000 churches. So that's a good representation. But you know what? That's just a drop in the bucket. There's so many more souls out there that needs to be reached, so many more that needs to hear the Word of God, and we just want to be a small part of that. So this morning, what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a before and after synopsis of what's been going on. When we were there in Costa Rica before, there were several churches that we worked on, and one church that Voice of Praise had a big hand in, and we've showed the pictures before. But when we were there last year, we went back to some of the churches and we took some after pictures. So we want to show you what they look like now. But let's go to the next slide. We're going to. This is our new assignment, and you can see we're already working. Okay, and this is some of the things that we'll be doing: working with teams, doing construction, and doing people-to-people updates. Okay, next. This church is in Baton, Costa Rica, and this is how we saw it when we got there, because it didn't have a roof, did it?
No. It
didn't have a roof, did it?
Just a little shed.
It had the walls.
A little shed's all it was.
And anyway...
Let me take care of this one.
I offered it to you, bud.
Okay, what it was, we had just a shed there, like a tarp or something over just a car, like a car. That building wasn't there at all, and but this is the way it was left at one time, and it was you got to I can't think of what I want to say, but anyway, the church was on the right side. That was the regular old church, but this time right now. We had the people had saw the I have time trying to think of my words these days. Okay, after everything's been happening, after my stroke and everything else. But the house beside of it, we was building a house, and during this time of building, we I can't do this much anymore. We had left the church down there that night to go ahead. I can't think.
The church project kind of got put on hold while they built the parsonage, and after he finished the parsonage, then they went back and started working again on the church. But this is the way the team left it. Okay, go to the next one. And this is the way it looks today. They were running like 35 to 40 people before, and now they're running anywhere from 125 to 150 people and still growing. And this is the outside of the church. Now let's look at the inside. I know that's a little bit dark, but that is the way the people, and that's one of the reasons we go down and build churches. We get them started, and they do the finished work because they put in their self into it. Okay, next. This is the Ciudad Colon Church. This is the church the Appalachian Conference and the Voice of Praise had a big hand in building. And the former pastor is standing right there on top of the old church. What they did is they built over the top of the old church, and they continued to have church in the bottom while they built the top and built two-story. And Kate, go to the next one. This is what it looks like today. Next. And this is the inside. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, go to the next one. All right, this is a church. It's the biggest church that we have in Costa Rica. It has over 5,000 members. And at this day, they were dedicating the land for the church. And they worked on it. And this is a church that is built out of the dump, or the slums. It's one of the poorest sections in Costa Rica, in San Jose. It's called Los Guidos. And this is the day they've dedicated the church land. Okay, next. This is the building now, and this is going to be their youth building when they get their big church built. But right now, this is their church, and inside it looks like, next one, this is the inside.
That holds 1,000 people right now.
And they also sister 12 other churches. So they're mothering and sistering 12 other churches besides this one. So they cover a big area. Okay, next. This is something that Ricky and a friend of ours, Steve Simler, has started working with the homeless in Costa Rica. It's downtown, and they go down there every Saturday, and they take sandwiches, they take bananas, and they take coffee. And there's this great big oval wall, like it used to be a fountain or something. But the people will come and they'll sit all the way around that wall. Well, the workers will come and one start here and go this way, one start here and go that way, and they take the coffee in big 5-gallon jugs, and it goes until it's gone. The food is gone, give away till it's gone, and so is the bananas. But before they get fed, they get the word.
Yeah.
And it's not just a simple word. And, you know, it's not only those that are sitting there that hear the word, it's other people that are passing by. And they have had people that have heard the word that are just passing by and get saved. And then they come back and help.
I think I can handle this one, the next one. This man right here, he was just walking by one day. This is on the street. It's right on the sidewalk. And he was walking by one day, and the word just jumped out at him. And he just stopped and listened to it, and he got saved during that service. And right now he comes back and works in the ministry. And this little old lady right here, she's a street person. She's been on the street for I forget how many years, but she's always lived on the street. And she wanted to get a picture of her that day, but she stunk to high heaven, you know. But anyway, I embraced her and I hugged her and everything else like that. But anyway, that's the kind of people they work with. Okay, go ahead.
Next. This is, they have Sunday school on Saturday, but this is in a squatter's village, and it's in a dump, and they're all Nicaraguan refugees. And they go down and they have Sunday school, and they have them in different groups. They have several different groups that they are taught Sunday school, and they also feed them, and they give them clothes and shoes and things like that they need in school supplies. Okay, next. This is the people-to-people program, and this is what all it covers. These are all ministries underneath people-to-people. A lot of people think of that, people-to-people, and they just think of child sponsorship. But it covers so much more. It covers the water wells, the fresh water wells, and I believe that our children's church here, that's one of their projects, is to raise the funds to supply fresh water to some country. And also Feed the Hungry. This is a program that reaches out, and they feed kids in the streets, they feed them in the churches, and they'll bring them in. And sometimes this is the only meal these kids get. And I know that churches have been planted out of these programs. It's a wonderful program. Also, assist in medical needs. We've had kids that have needed help with eyes, with growths on their back. One little baby was burnt really bad, and they people to people helps the families with their medical needs. It also helps launch micro businesses, like it'll supply sewing machines to people that need that, or computer skills, different things that they can do to help them be fishers of men. And it responds like here we have DRUSA, disaster relief programs. Over there, people to people overseas, like in Haiti from the earthquake or in Japan from the tsunami. And it also prevents the spread of malaria. We had 10 mosquito nets that were given from this church to over in Africa, and that one net can protect 20 people from getting bit by the mosquito that causes malaria and keeps it from spreading the disease. And it makes Christmas extraordinary. And what they do is they give Christmas parties for the kids, or I know when in Costa Rica what we did is when I distributed the funds, sometimes because of the exchange from our money to their money, there was you couldn't get it to come out just right, so I left it in the bank, and then at Christmas time, everybody got a Christmas present. Okay, next. These are some of the Belize people-to-people children that when we went to Belize last year, we were able to take pictures and get updates and see the kids and meet them. And the little boy in the blue was so wonderful. He just stole your heart. He was all over the place and wanted to help in everything. So these are some of our Belize children. Okay, next. You want to talk about this? Was a trip that Ricky went on last September with the Appalachian Conference to Ecuador, to a place that did not have a Pentecostal holiness church, did not have a church in town.
Let me see if I can tell the story.
Okay.
13 years ago, I went down and built a church, helped build a church in Quito, Ecuador, and that's the capital city. And so what happened? When we got that church built, after we got it built, then one of the girls, the teenage girls that was attendance there, she, this guy, the chief of this tribe, they had moved out of the country. They had moved out of the mountains into a town in the village, and so what he was doing. He was going to Quito for some reason or another, and he started going to church there in that church that I had built. Not just I built, but we all built. So he got interested in this little girl, and then they got married. Well, then he moved back, and then I guess about 15 years ago, when this happened, and she was helping to clear this land right here, and she got bit by a black mamba, a snake, and it killed her. And so he's without the pastor, but the pastor's without the wife. But anyway, this right here is the land that we had, and this is their tent. This is their church, and. So anyways, it's really proved up. All right, go ahead to some more.
Okay, next.
All right, now these are the benches we built in the pew not the pew, but the pulpit that we built while we were there. All right, go ahead. All right, then this is a baptismal service of the pastor that was getting baptized, and this was the service. Okay, then go ahead to the next one. All right, now this right here is the congregation of the preaching was going on, and so what we done, we started going to the people there and spreading the word that we're going to have these services ever so often. Children's service at first time, and then they would have the regular service after that. So the children had about an hour and a half to be there, and then the congregation. All right, go ahead. What is that?
That's the Children's Crusade.
Oh, okay. That's a tent.
You know how it goes in Vacation Bible School? Sometimes you have a few in the first day, and then they go tell their friends, and you have more, and it just continues to grow. That's the way it is when you have a Children's Crusade. You start out with a few, then they go tell friends, and then it just grows. And so they were having like 25 or so the first day, then it grew to 50, then it grew to like 150 by the last day. So that's what is going on here. Next.
Uh-oh. I was Naomi's husband. You know, this was a skit that was going on, and I had to die, you know, because Naomi's husband died, you know. Well, anyway, so I just played it out, and those kids was all around there, and I really laid it on them. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, next. All right, now, this is a project that's been in the making for the past 20 years. This is what the gate looks like. I think it's
on our property.
On the property. It's the front entrance. And I don't know if you can see it down through there, but it's barbed wire. And you could crawl through it. This is supposed to be a security fence. Okay? All right, but this is something that we've been, because of the red tape and everything that had to be done, we finally got all that squared away. And go next. And these are the panels. There was 11 panels. Missionary, his name's Roger Johnson. He's a missionary in Haiti now. He went down and welded these in 2005, wasn't it?
I believe.
Yeah, 2005. He went down. And they've been sitting there chained up. See the chain over here on the side? All that time, waiting for somebody to come down and put them up. Okay, next. So last summer in July, we went down ahead of the team, and Ricky had the footer dug all the way down through there. And see that tree right there in the middle? They couldn't move it. They couldn't cut it down. It's protected. It's the tree of that area, a special tree for that area. So the guy that was digging the footer told Ricky, he said, we cut that tree down, Tico go to jail, Gringo go to jail. So they built it right up to it and then went on the other side. Okay, next. This is the forms that Rick and the gentleman that was helping him build for the pillars, for the gates. Okay, next. And this is where they're getting started. You see how he's mixing the concrete? He mixed all the concrete in that wheelbarrow for a week.
No, 3 days.
Was it 3 days?
Yeah.
I know that they got the mixer when the team got there.
Yeah.
But they had to pour all of those forms. There was 2 forms on each side, and then they had to pour the footers for 3 sections, and it was all mixed by hand. Okay, next. This is how each section, because it had to step down like a foot every time. And this is the sections, and this is one of the columns finished. Okay, next. And this is when the team arrived. All of those panels had been sitting out so long they had to be repainted. So the girls were repainting them. Okay, next. And when they're all finished, next. And that's how it looked with the post and everything before it was finished. Okay, next. And the team went out and they even painted, and as they installed the new sections. You can see how the team's working. They did this in 3 days. Okay, next. There's where it's getting finished. See down there where those people are standing? That's as far as they got, because they run out of panels. So that's what we went down in March, and Carrie went with us, and they welded the other 6 panels to finish this job. We go back later this month. Okay, next. That's the inside view of the fence. Okay? And this is the team that did it. They had the children's ministry, and they also had the team that worked on the fence. Okay, next. This is our schedule. We leave here the 19th to go back to get ready for the team to come down. That means I got to get the food ready and got to get all the ice froze for all the drinks and everything. And so we have a few days before they arrive on the 23rd. And they arrive late at night, so all I have to do is have them snacks ready for that night. But we got to make sure the sheets are ready, the towels are ready, and all the pillows are ready. And that's our schedule for this month. So we're excited about doing it. We're ready to get this project finished. It will be so awesome because this is the IPHC missionary compound. It is owned by you. So you can come down and visit us anytime. Just let us know if you want to go, and we'll make sure that somebody's there to take care of you.
It's the only piece of property owned by the United States outside of the United States.
Yeah, the rest of them are owned by the conferences in that country. What we need from you is prayer, your prayer support. Without it, we can't do it. And there's these links are back there. They're free for the taking. And this is a way that you can pray for missionaries the whole month. Each open page is a day. Like that is one day. We're on page 24 with the retired missionaries, but we're not retired.
We retired full time. We still do lots of mission work.
So we just want to thank you for your time. I know this is short. Pastor said that was okay. But we wanted to bring you up to date on what was going on, what we're doing, and that we're not sitting idly by, that God is not finished with us. So the age doesn't matter. If God is with you, you can do it.
I can't figure my words out, but I can still build.